The secrecy surrounding Uganda's oil industry continues as government keeps oil agreements and contracts with foreign firms exploring in the Albertine region close to its chest. More than 3 years after the discovery of vast quantities of oil, the deals government signed with oil firms Tallow and Heritage have never been released in the public domain. Government argues that by concealing the agreements, it's protecting the companies that are exploring oil. But does this argument carry any legal weight?
The state can only withhold that information if it prejudices the security or sovereignty of the state, or if it interferes with the privacy of any other person. But in this case of the oil agreements, there is no way such information will prejudice the security or sovereignty of Uganda. There is no way, because this is a public resource where citizens are entitled to know actually what sort of agreements are being entered into.
The Access to Information Act, which compels government to release vital information to the public, is yet another progressive piece of legislation that remains lying idle on the statute books.
So it is this particular article that I brought a private member's bill to operationalize the Access to Information Act. Obviously, as you know, the state hijacked it.
We have very many good laws, but all these laws are not being enforced. Or if when they are enforced, the courts have been somehow forced to interpret those laws politically.
But perhaps the Official Secrets Act gives government ammunition to withhold vital information in the highly intricate oil industry. Katuntu argues that the Official Secrets Act is a draconian law that has since then been overtaken by events. This opinion is backed by another energy expert, Deepens.
In 1995, all laws in Uganda were supposed to be interpreted in accordance with the new constitution. And where there was an inconsistency, that inconsistency to the constitution was supposed to be null and void.
The laws really come in also to become obstacles. But if you have a parent law, in other words, the Access to Information Act, it is an act that should be superior to all other laws in as far as information is concerned.
There's an undercurrent that perhaps the underhand methods could slowly degenerate into the oil resource curse conspiracy. So could Uganda head the Nigerian, Congo-Brazzaville or Gabon way?
If this most valuable resource in this country is not being managed transparently and by a few people, I am telling you, as day follows night, and I repeat, as day follows night, it will cause a discontent and it could be received for disaster.
To date, Parliament has never discussed the oil agreements, although the Parliamentary Committee on Natural Resources seems hell-bent on unveiling the secret documents. Their hands seem to be tied by a confidentiality clause contained in the oil contracts. Emam Taizibwa, NTV Tonight.